there.
Do you enforce rules or the law? Were you hired to enforce the law or to enforce policies? I'm recording you because your police department just violated my rights.
So did they tell you it's okay? I just want to make sure you guys understand, because I don't want to leave with you guys not knowing that people can take pictures in here. So is that okay? You guys get it now?
You guys came pretty quick, man.
You know, we happen to be driving by.
Oh, okay.
The station's right across the street.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I actually did the library maybe about a month ago. Yeah. Right there.
Times Square's costumed hustle grinds to a halt when an auditor's camera lands inside NYPD's Midtown substation. Officers threaten arrest over filming, then step outside to ticket Elmo, Bumblebee, and Iron Man for crossing the line. As crowds gather and live stream views spike the scene, asks where do public rights actually stop?
Did you turn it on? Sir, can I speak with you? Can you tell me what law prohibits people from filming inside of the police department?
What law?
Yes, sir.
It's rules and regulations posted up there.
Do you enforce rules or the law? Were you hired to enforce the law or to enforce policies? I'm recording you because your police department just violated my rights, and we need to. They kicked us out. So, well, can you please tell me what law prohibits me from filming inside a publicly funded building?
Sir, I'm currently on a stop with somebody else. If you'd like to take it up with the officers that told you that.
Could you please call a lieutenant over here?
Could you call a lieutenant for us, please? Okay, could you call a lieutenant for us? Do you only work for some of the public?
Because you swore to protect the Constitution and they just violated my rights. So I'd like to...
The lieutenant that already talked to you about this, right?
I don't know who the hell he was, but he just violated my rights. He wouldn't identify himself, and he threatened to arrest me for doing a constitutionally protected activity.
All right, well, we have posted signs in the precinct.
What law? What law is that?
We have posted signs in the precinct.
Do posted signs trump the Constitution, sir?
What's that?
Do posted signs trump the Constitution?
You're gonna have to take it up with the department, sir.
So you take a note to postage stamps?
We have an email that states...
Okay, so an email,
you
took a note to the Constitution. No, because the thing is, no matter what you say, you took a note to the Constitution, not an email.
Sir, take it up with the officers that did it. I am currently working over here with other people, doing my own thing.
Could you get his supervisor? No problem.
Fair enough. They stop you, they interfere with you. You can stop them next to that. Okay, just have one of them.
Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate you telling us what's going on, but...
Right now, I just bumped into Enrique from Hollywood, America. They out here in New York. They out here. I see the line. I'm on my way to Staten Island. I run my ass over here. I gotta go back them up. Now guess what? We out here. Harassment.
Yep.
Things never change. But shout out to these two guys. They came out from Rhode Island.
Yep, that's right.
And I'm still finding my name. And that's what I do. I started doing all of it. I wasn't trying to watch my channel. Subscribe, show love to the channel. All in America.
Thank you, brother. What's your name, bro? Victor. What's your
NYPD Watch.
Hey, man. Good to meet you, bro.
Man, I'm glad you're doing that shit, brother. Likewise, man.
Guys, make sure to go to his channel, subscribe.
NYPD Watch 33. We also part of the member of the City Complex Patrol Unit. What we do is we come out here patrol, make sure these people don't harass people, beat them up for no reason. Because there's a lot of officers that take our rights.
Yep.
Get our rights back.
They just threatened me with arrest.
I seen everything here.
Crazy.
I see that they put out a memo out here in New York saying that we're not allowed to film inside the police department.
We just got kicked out for that.
Yeah, he was live.
I'm on your life. So what happened was, there was an incident on Precinct 28 on Harlem that it was a gentleman that he got his right violated. He went back, he went to the sergeant on the 28th precinct. I believe it was Sergeant Santiago, and then there was a back and forth thing. They started cursing him out, and then from there they started putting out a memo saying that once we come into a police department in New York City, we're allowed to be arrested. But what memo is that? What memo trump our law? You understand? Nah, cop.
Hell no.
Cop.
What's this? I need
My
that.
body cam. He's my backup. Once they try to take my phone away, guess what? I'm got my backup. You understand?
Bullies.
No, that's a great word. They are bullies. I'm here, I'm selling my music. They ain't saying shit to me. These guys, they was behind the line talking like they regularly do. And when these three came, that's what I saw. And then when these three came by, they just approached them. They wasn't doing anything, they was doing nothing. It's crazy.
Wow. What are you selling? Well, there's 500 people watching, so tell people what you got.
It's easy. You know me out there. I ain't gonna say too much.
There you go.
Ears and shit.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah, I just rolling around. Yo, I don't know. I was trying to get in touch with you. I was
Yeah.
trying to go out there to Rhode Island. I don't know if you
Anytime,
if you
man.
received my message, but
Oh, bro, maybe I
wanted
missed
to go out
it.
there to do some ordering. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go out there.
Bro, anytime. Anytime you down that area, let us know, bro. We fucking link up.
I was on my way to freaking South Ferry. That's my business card, man.
I'm gonna send you a text in a little bit. Hell yeah.
Y'all plan to stay out here doing ordering? So yeah.
We gotta leave at we still got like 2 more hours. Then we gotta get going. We gotta go to the airport, pick somebody up, and then go back to Rhode Island. But we'll be back on the 21st.
21st? Yeah, 'cause we got like I got like a few spots that videos and stuff.
Yeah?
The Pole Authority is right there. So
Yep.
there was I don't know if you ever heard of Constitutional Cowboy.
Yes.
There's a big sign thing over there, so that's why I wanted to go through the video.
Is that far from here?
That's like on the next avenue.
You wanna go over there? All right.
Take your time.
Take 5 more minutes and see if. Have you seen these guys before?
I seen the one that put his hands on, he put his hands on you because you were asking for his badge number.
Yep.
He always posted inside the T-Mobile store, and I always told him, yo, it's not your phone. You know, you're not supposed to be on your personal device phone hiding inside the T-Mobile store. You're supposed to be out here,
Yeah, exactly.
making sure that everything is safe because right now we're in the heart of New York, heart of Manhattan.
For real.
And you just want to be on your personal
Guys,
device.
they just violated my rights at the
Me and him, we had a misunderstanding back
New York Police Department, NYPD, in Times Square. What's her name and badge number?
That's crazy. I'll pop it to you.
My buddy, it's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Fucking bullies. These niggas don't know. They're scared for they're scared for their membership in the USA.
Why they so scared, bro?
Because they probably fighting for their paper still. You know what I mean? They probably got.
I'm sure they can bust the people trying to make a living, but when was the last time they looked after the pedophiles, the bad cops, the corrupt
That's a
politicians?
fact.
No, they're harassing the working
It's
man.
a fact. They don't know English like that. Look, there's only probably one Spanish cop right here. And he probably not even talking them in their language.
No, we're okay,
No,
thanks.
thank you.
So, these cops don't discriminate. They're giving tickets to fucking Elmo and the Cookie Monster, bro. And who's that? The Transformer. We got the Transformer getting arrested.
I'm glad to see
Cookie
that.
Monster.
I'm glad to see our tax money is working very well. 3 police officers issuing a ticket for people doing their job. It's about right. No pedophiles you guys ever caught, no bad cops. But let's harass the working man. Let's violate his 4th Amendment.
Jodiéndote la vida por trabajar. por trabajar sin hacerle daño a nadie, sin molestar a nadie.
These guys are
Molestando.
busy with a very official thing.
Molestando. Oh, and that's a sergeant too. That's a sergeant. What law prohibits us from recording inside the police department? I'm dying to hear this.
As I'm dealing with this, I hear it sounds like you already know the laws since the moment you were screaming about it, right?
Yeah, there's no law.
There's no law that says that you can't that I can't film in there. So why am I being threatened with arrest?
No.
No, but you're here right now and you're a police officer.
Would you walk us back over there?
Why not?
After that, would you walk us? Why not?
Would you violate my rights for video recording inside the police department? No, that's not what I'm asking you.
Right, but that's what I'm telling you. So call the legal department.
I'm asking you a question though.
Right, and I'm telling you, my answer to you is call the legal department.
So if you were in there,
Do not record inside a police department facility. Did they ask you to leave?
they said I could not record in there.
And did they ask you to leave after that?
He said if I keep filming, he would arrest me for recording. What? Since when do people get arrested for freedom of the press? In a publicly funded place, you guys work for us.
Inside a police facility, you can
Who funds the police department?
You couldn't say the law, though.
call legal. Legal will explain everything to you.
Listen,
They know legal well. Call legal. All right?
what the hell? What the hell can they say? What the hell can they say? What have you talked to them?
Call legal. What I'm saying is, am I wrong in anything that I'm saying?
Well,
You are!
NYPD pulled out a memo saying that we were not allowed to record in a public.
Yes, now does a memo trump the Constitution, sir?
That's what we was trying to get to.
Does the memo trump the
What I'm
Constitution?
telling you is legal.
Yeah.
Handed out that memo. You have to direct all your questions to
Do
legal.
you
All right,
enforce?
I have a personal question. Do you know that the thin blue line is a desecration of the flag?
So here we go. This is what you're looking to incite problems.
No, I'm just telling you. You have the thin blue line.
No, you
and that's
guys
a
are.
desecration of the
You
flag.
guys are
Yeah.
because you guys are just threatening me with arrest right there. Your
And you're
boss,
not willing to
your
help.
boss
You guys
just
are
did.
bullying You're bullying Elmo, but you won't help us.
You have no idea what's going on here. You have zero. If
He-
you read,
no,
if you
I-
read the
from
New
what-
York
from-
Times
from-
or any newspaper in the
Yeah.
city, you would know what's going on here.
So
you don't know
it
where
doesn't give
we
you the
were.
right. It doesn't give you the right to violate the Fourth
You
Amendment.
have no idea what's going on.
He explained it to me. He explained it. Yes, I do. He said they passed the line.
If you know
He
what,
said they
if you
passed
know
the
what's
line.
going on, then have a
Yeah.
good day. I don't have to.
Okay,
answer any
all
questions.
right.
You know what?
Let's go back to my rights.
Have a good day.
Sir,
It's not a good day when you guys are violating everyone's rights, bullies.
Because the thin blue line is a desecration of it. Take the flag off your uniform. Take the flag off your uniform, you sell out.
Start following me.
Look at this bootlicker.
Now you're harassing me in public. Have a good day. Have a good
How is he harassing? It's freedom of speech.
It's a free country. You sell out.
It's a free country.
Tonight's clash reminds us signs, memos, or painted lines can't overrule the First Amendment. Film calmly refuse unlawful orders and document every badge number because public servants answer to the public first. When cameras roll empty, threats fade fast, and even superheroes in foam suits learn that transparency beats intimidation every single time. At East Palo Alto's post office, a routine poster 7 audit short circuits when clerks insist filming kiosks is illegal, cite 9/11ths and terrorists, and summon a flustered postmaster. Body cam truths, FOIA threats, and an awkward retreat follow as employees learn on camera that federal lobbies remain public forums regardless of misplaced training.
It is related to the service. I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand it. That's related. That's a conversation that we were all having. So did they tell you it's okay? I just want to make sure you guys understand because I don't want to leave with you guys not knowing that people can take pictures in here. So is that okay? You guys get it now? It's legal. So Maria doesn't have to answer me for anything. How much does a stamp cost, Maria? All right, I need the names of those other ladies as well, please. Ma'am?
We don't give that information.
Yeah, you guys have to, ma'am. You guys work here. I need to know who to file a complaint against. So I have the postmaster, I have the 3 of you that were here, but I just need the other 2 ladies so I can file a complaint against them.
I can give you information from somebody else. Sir.
Okay, then go
You can ask
then
the
go
same
then go
person.
ask them to come up here so I can get their information. Yeah.
That's not part of my duty.
It is part of your duty, ma'am. Maria, it is. Stop being
It's
mad
not a
about
service.
Listen, stop being mad about this. It is a service. If I need to know your guys' names so I can file a complaint, I can get your names. So please get me the names of the ladies, or tell them I need to know their names so that they'll come give me their names so I can be on my
If you
way.
want to take it, then you get it yourself. Find your way to get to the name from your.
I'm asking you, it's your job, ma'am.
Not my job.
Yes, it is.
That's
It
not
is
part
your
of my
job.
service, not a post
Yeah,
office service.
ma'am, it is. Your guys' names are public information. I can find out how much your first, last, how much you make, everything. Your hours, your days, I can get all the information. And I need your name because I'm going to file a complaint. Now I'm filing a complaint against you as well, and I'm going to file a complaint against those two ladies. So I need their names, please.
No, so you find it your way.
I am asking you to find it for me. You are the way. You're the
It's
service
not my
representative
service to
here.
give somebody else information.
Yes, it is. You are customer service. I'm being very, very nice and
That's not a
respectful.
service, sir.
It is a service. I'm being very nice
It's
and
not part of our
respectful.
service.
It is part of your service. I please need those ladies' names. Again, I'm talking very nice and respectful.
And I'm talking nice back to you, sir.
No, you're
That is
not.
part of
No,
my
you're
job.
not. You have
If
a
wanna
you have an
find your name,
attitude.
then you find it your way to find it.
Maria, you have an attitude like you're 14 years old and you're a lot older than that. Please just give me the ladies' names. I don't want to have a contest about attitudes with you. I don't care. I just need the names. I'm going to file a complaint against them. I need their names, please. So while she's not protecting the mail at all, I could literally see it and get the names and addresses off of it or the computer. And she won't give me the names of the ladies who were screaming and yelling at me earlier, because she obviously was one of them who was screaming and yelling at me as well. So again, I'll ask one more time. I need the names. Either that or go get me the postmaster and I'll have him give me their names. Maria, I either need their names or I need the postmaster here so he can give me their names. You can pick one. Okay, so Maria is literally refusing to do her job, period. She won't do her job at all. So I will ask this next lady, who is very nice. I'm sure she would have no problem doing her job. Ma'am,
Yes.
the other two ladies that are here, the kind of shorter ones, I need their names so I can file a complaint. Is there any way you can get me their names, please? Or have postmaster come up here so he can give me their names? It's public information, and I need to file a complaint with your guys' superiors about the way they treated me, so.
I don't think I can do that.
You don't think you can do what part?
I mean, give them, give you their name. I don't think so.
Well, so the way it works is you guys kind of have to. Here, I'll have him give me their names. That's fine.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, oh buddy. Let's see if Jackie got it figured out.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I need to get your name back there in the corner. Oh, now I can have it? Very good. What's the other lady's name?
We'll have to ask her. Her name is Kenshin.
It's Kenshin? Kenshin. Jeanette and Kenshin. There we go. Hey, Jackie, did they talk to you about it? Did they talk to you about it? I just want to go over it with you. So, do you understand it now?
How can I help you?
I just want to make sure you understand this part now.
How can I help you?
Yeah, I want to make sure you understand that part now.
How can I help you?
Are we good?
How can I help you?
You hear me saying it, right? I'm just trying to make sure you understand the part that you highlighted.
How can I help you? And then on top of you,
I just...
you know, we have customer right there. If you're not doing any business, you can stand over there. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, this is part of my business, sir. I'm just trying to make sure that you fully understand this part so that if I come back, it won't happen again. That's why I'm trying to talk to you.
I guess you don't
But,
understand.
huh?
Are you mailing something?
Do you understand this? Do you understand this law the way it works now?
Are you mailing something?
Do you understand the law and the way it works? Is it? You know, you don't have to be mad. I'm just trying to make sure you understand it.
Sorry, I'm asking you. I have a customer right there.
Uh-huh.
Are you mailing something?
No, I am not mailing something.
Please,
I'm
you can stand
trying.
over
I'm
there.
trying to make sure you understand this. Me and you were having a confrontation, and it doesn't have to be a confrontation, right? You work here. You work for us. I'm just trying to make sure you understand this. That way, this doesn't happen
How can
again.
I help you?
because there's going to be complaints and all that. You guys don't want that. See what I'm saying? It's not worth it.
That's why I asked you. How can I help you?
It's not. You can help me by speaking to me and saying, "Yeah, we understand the way the law works now." That's fine.
If you're not learning anything, you can stand on that corner. I have no problem with that. But
I understand, but it's your ego. I know, I do. I know a lot better, obviously. It's your ego that doesn't want to let you say it. Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
I just don't want your ego to get you fired, you know?
You stay on the retail area?
Yeah, I can be here in the retail area.
You're making transactions.
I'm speaking with you. Do you want to speak somewhere else? You're here, so I'm speaking with you here. But we can speak somewhere else. It's fine with me.
Today's class shows how policy gaps become PR disasters. When staff confuse private with public a camera, turns every misstatement into mandatory training complete with complaint forms and names on record. No Poster 7 record respectfully, and insist on the law transparency may sting in the moment, but ignorance costs far more the morning after. Picture this: you walk into a quiet Midwest post office with only a camera, and suddenly badges, fences, and bold no trespassing signs crash into the First Amendment. Will the lens expose respect for public rights or ignite a showdown over identification and authority stick around? This story asks where the public line really begins.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
What's your name?
Officer Decep.
Decep?
Decep, yeah.
Decep, okay.
Yeah, it's spelled weird.
Okay.
But it's pronounced Decep.
And your name, officer?
What's that?
What's your name, officer?
Name's Officer Buter.
Buter. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank
Okay.
you. Can you tell us what's going on over here?
Nothing much. Just walking around, documenting like I do every other day.
Sure.
Nothing nefarious. Don't have any ill intent today.
Okay, that's good.
These guys give you 911 or they call it non-emergency?
I'm pretty sure it was a non-emergency.
Oh, okay, good. I'm about to say they're abusing resources.
Sure. Just a little concern hanging out by the employee entrance. You know.
Yeah, they probably don't know that we have a First Amendment right to, be in public recording.
Sure, of course.
If you guys can educate them.
I don't think so.
Huh?
To be in a restricted area, I don't think so.
Oh, this is not restricted though. This area is not restricted at all. There's no signs restricting this area or any.
So this area is fenced off. I would have to go double check and see exactly what the verbiage is, but from the other direction, it definitely says do not enter.
Well, you know what? I think it says something like
He's gonna check right
authorized personnel vehicles only.
Sure.
Right. So I'm not driving though. I'm just walking in. So,
Right. So you would be covered under the personnel, right? So are you authorized personnel?
Vehicles though. It says it specifically says vehicles.
We'll take a look and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So I do these all over, so I know I'm well within the legal limits.
Okay.
Nothing nefarious, like I said, no ill intent. It's just you guys came pretty quick, man.
We happen to be driving by.
Oh, okay.
The station's right across the street.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I actually did the library maybe about a month ago.
Yeah.
Right there. Mm-hmm. And Officer Parcell, Officer Funk.
Hold on a second. Go ahead. Okay. So, if you'd like to come with me, we can take a look at the sign together. But my partner just read it, and it says no trespassing.
I'm not trespassing. You can't.
Sure, right. But being back here means you are, right? So if you want to take a look at it, we can take a look together. So that way we,
Well, no,
I want you to take my word for it. We can go take a look.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not even about taking. Where I believe there's a no trespassing sign.
Sure.
The thing is, I'm not considered trespassing on public property.
Right. So this is a federal facility like any other facility. So they do
So
have the
you
right
say
to
government?
U.S. government property, yeah.
So that makes it public, right?
So not every
wanna
part
debate
of
that?
every,
I'm just saying it. Isn't it public?
So the issue, sir, right? Not every part of all publicly owned property is public access. Right?
Okay.
So of course you understand, right? You can't walk into like the IDOC processing facility, right?
No, but
Base, that's U.S. government property. You can't just walk in there, right?
what about a VA hospital?
So it depends, right?
Post office.
Some parts of the VA
Inside.
hospital you can, some parts you can't, right? right? So if there are parts that are open to the public, you can walk in any time.
But
does that mean you can walk into like the back where they have like radiology equipment and stuff like that? No, obviously that's restricted.
But officer, that's not the case today. We're talking about the post office parking lot.
We're gonna look at the sign and we're gonna find out, right?
Trespass. I will have to be. Someone have to from this installation will have to ask me to leave,
Right.
and then I will have to refuse.
Okay.
And then be you get what I'm saying? That's how the trespassing law goes.
Let's take a look.
Take a look at the sign. See what it says. Read it to us.
All right.
I would say no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted.
Okay.
U.S. property, which makes it public property, no trespassing. Vehicles and their contents are subject to inspection when entering, leaving, while parked within this restricted area.
You can't just simplify it to suit your needs, right? So
No, I'm simplifying it to suit the legal needs. It's legal.
you want it to suit your needs. There's a difference.
Like I was just telling this officer real quick. I did the public library just a month ago, and they had.
Very different than public library.
I'm saying it's public property though. We're just talking about public property.
Very different.
Okay, but I'm saying I have a right. I have a First Amendment right to record in public.
Absolutely.
You guys, if you guys gonna wage war on that today, then
No one's waging war. So here's the deal, right? So public, you understand, right, that just because a piece of property is owned by the government does not necessarily make it public, right? Not every piece of government land is public access.
okay,
Right?
but
So
this
one of the
is.
ways-
I want to deal with this though, officer. We want to deal with this one.
Yep, we'll get to that. So one of the ways that the government can indicate that an area is not public access is putting a fence around it. You see how there's a fence around this entire area?
And that's
The other way,
that's
right?
why I didn't come in this way.
Right, is putting up signs.
Okay.
Right? So this sign is your notice, no trespassing, that you are not allowed on this property. And then again, no trespassing, violators will be prosecuted.
And that's why I didn't come in this way.
Which way you came in from the other side?
That's correct. And there's no
Same
signs,
sign.
absolutely none on that side at all. How do I know? Because I walked in that way.
Now you know.
Right.
What?
So
So I mean, if you officers want to do me a favor, y'all want to call a sergeant out here, man, so we can, because I mean, you guys are maybe you're not sure,
No,
and that's okay not to be sure.
We're 100% sure. So this area, this fenced-in area, right, is restricted to personnel, authorized personnel only.
Where does that say that?
Here, no trespassing. U.S. property, no trespassing. Right? Vehicles have to be inspected, all that stuff.
That's right.
So this part of the USPS property is not public access. Now you can stand out here and record onto the thing all day long because this part is public access, right? But past this fence line is very clearly demarcated as no trespassing. This is not public access.
It's not restricted to the public though.
It is though. See, because it says here, no trespassing. Trespassers will be violated. Right?
And then in order to be trespassed again, I will have to be asked to leave.
This sign is asking you to leave, right?
No, absolutely. That's not how to go, officer.
Absolutely okay.
I do these all over. I know precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm within the legal limits. I know this is my First Amendment right to record in public on a public space.
Between being at the library and being at a U.S. Postal Service, correct?
Yeah, I know what actually they have a law and the library don't.
Let me ask you a question right here.
Yeah, I actually
So the
do.
library, right? Of course, so you can go in the library, right? And you can go in all the public areas. Do you think that you have a right to go into the back areas where they have offices, where they do like their work that's not open to the public?
Where at? In government offices?
So in the library, right?
Okay.
You know how like generally there's going to be parts of the library where they do staff
Like their
it's not-
offices, of
Right,
course.
it's not-
Okay.
Do you have the right to go back there and start recording? No. Why is that?
Because that's restricted.
Right. Okay. So
Now let me ask you something. Now can I stand on the outside of their office?
you absolutely all
Because
day
this is a
long.
public space, right?
in the parts
That's
where-
correct. So this is a public space as well.
Where you're standing right now, no problem.
It's public over there too.
This line is clearly marked as not public.
I'm pretty sure you misinformed, officer. Respectfully.
I
Respectfully, though.
appreciate your respect.
Respectfully.
Thank you.
The Postal Service owns it. Exactly, and the federal government is.
No, the Postal Service owns this whole thing. The U.S. Postal Service owns this whole thing.
So you work here? You the postmaster. Are you familiar with your Poster 7? Yeah. So you see where it say about photos and things?
Do all that, but not with our operations in the back.
Well, that's not what the law say. We're talking about federal law.
What it is we can't have that because we have competition. We can't come back and do our operations because of our competition.
See, so my rights are going to be, you guys are going to wage war on my rights today.
Absolutely not.
Because this is precisely how it's going to be looked at when we litigate this.
Sure.
This is exactly how this is going to look when litigation arises.
So once
Man, I was hoping one of these officers was Officer Parcell and Officer Funk, man. I know all you guys are familiar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they were great, man. A month ago, man. They didn't try to, they upheld their oath, and they allowed me to do, exercise my First Amendment rights and everything.
You want to go around to the front part of the post office?
Yeah.
The public part of the post office, right there. You can do that all day long. That's the public part of the post office. But this part is not public access.
I'm pretty. Officer, what's your name again?
Decep.
I'm pretty sure you're misinformed. Respectfully, though.
All right.
That's why I say maybe you guys would call a sergeant, someone that can probably, for lack of a better term, educate you guys on my First Amendment rights. And her too as well, because this is regardless, this is post office, and this parking lot is accessible to the public. Regardless.
Yeah, the post office, you're right. The post office.
The parking lot.
This part, they were clearly posted signs.
So there's no trespassing sign. I would have to be asked to leave, and then refuse to leave.
They called us, and they asked you to leave. So by all means, if you want to be at the post office, you can stay here all day. It's just this is a private area of the post office, so they have the sign that says no trespassing.
Now, Officer Decep, with all respect, now that you just soliciting to the trespass. Now that's soliciting the trespass, officer, because you asked her. That's precisely what that is.
When she pulled up, she said that this is not a place you can be in.
Okay.
She said you come here a lot in the front, which is fine.
Right.
Not a lot in the back, and she asked you to leave. She told me that.
She didn't ask me to leave, so she's lying.
She told me that.
You told him that you asked me to leave?
Read the signs.
Hold on, sir. Aren't you wanting to know who's lying to you, sir?
Hey, sir, I understand. So once she lets us know, once we officially let you know, then that's your notification.
Okay.
So she's let us know that you're not allowed to be here in this part of the post office.
What's your name, Officer?
I'm Officer Kiefer.
Kiefer.
Yeah.
Officer Kiefer. Respectfully, this young man right here, this officer, just conveyed to me that this young lady said she asked me to leave. That's a lie.
Yeah, but my supervisor did in my right.
No one asked me to leave ever.
So
I got it on tape.
So even if they did,
on the phone, I just then her and I need to speak
because and I have it on tape where I can show you, officer, someone's lying. We need to deal with that.
Right. I'll deal with her because she just got on the phone with me. I said, "Did you ask him to leave?" And she said, "Yes." So if you're saying she didn't, you have the proof of it. I can call her. I'll go in there and I'll talk to her.
Because I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna probably have to highlight the Inspector General, you guys as boss as well, because like I said, my rights are being infringed on, and you guys are colluding together to do it.
No, we're not. So we don't want that at all. We want you to be able to.
See, now I got my UPS guy coming through. The postal service is a quasi. Yeah, I'm sure you understand the postal service is a quasi-government agency. We haven't taken any tax since 19. The postal service.
Yeah, you guys get bailouts all the time.
Yeah, but
it's coming from taxpayers.
And the government takes money from us all the time. We have to pay it back. It's a loan. It's not.
Just saying.
We're
And it's actually relevant because that's what makes this property public. That's why she brought it up.
Except that public property, publicly owned property, even if it were owned by the public, does not mean that you necessarily have access to it. Just like we discussed earlier, right? You can't go back into the library, private offices.
That's correct.
You can't go into a
because it's restricted,
facility.
right? That's correct. But you can stand outside the office, which is publicly accessible, correct?
Yeah,
you can stand right here.
You can stand right here all you want.
This is accessible.
So were you inside here? Would you go through the gate?
Yeah, but not this part though. I didn't come through this part. I came through over here, where there are no signs at all.
The sign where it says no enter, do not enter.
No, walking, sir. Walking.
Right. I'm saying if you follow this, follow the parking lot around.
No, right here. You see the end of this brick building? Yeah. It's a sidewalk right up the way. Yeah, sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we just want to let you know, even if she didn't tell you, they informed us. They just want us to let you know.
That's because Officer Decep here just solicited it, man, right in front of you.
That's what they call us.
I just heard him say it though. He just said, "Do you want him to leave?" That's solicitation, sir. You know that. He just did that. He just did that on camera.
To the complainant to understand what they want to do with their property.
Yeah, but he asked. That's precisely what that is. That's precisely what that is. You know, I'm just trying to reconfirm, man.
I know you're going for viewers and all kinds of stuff.
No, I'm going for a protection on rights. Like you acting like a tyrant right now, officer.
That's fine.
Yeah, you are. But you guys are great. You know, you're trying to de-escalate. He's trying to escalate ever since he engaged me today. Like,
he's not trying to escalate.
That's more professional.
Clearly, what the situation is and what we need to do moving forward.
I mean, out here.
Here's my question for you.
Okay.
Right? So now that you've been informed that this area is not public access,
okay,
right? That you are not welcome to be inside the gated area, inside the fenced area.
That's what she said, according from your direction.
I did not direct her to do that. I confirmed that that was her intent. That was the intent that was relayed to me.
Okay, I mean, but well, you know how the judge is going to look at it. But go ahead.
Sure, fine, and
Okay.
and that's your right to go through
For
all
sure.
these processes. But now that you've been informed,
Right.
you're not allowed to be inside this fenced area.
Okay.
Are you going to stay outside the fenced area where you are not allowed to be?
Well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
I want to exercise my rights, right?
I got that.
I feel
want you to
like
exercise
me going on this public accessible area in this parking lot is accessing my right. I feel like that's exercising my First Amendment. Now I'm gonna ask you, if I still go on there, will I be arrested?
You'll be issued a ticket for trespassing.
I'll be issued a ticket for trespassing, so I won't be arrested.
And then if you refuse to leave,
Then I'll be arrested. Okay, well now I have standing because now I'm being under threat of arrest and duress. I won't exercise my First Amendment right because that's what's being conveyed to me now by 4 officers.
So again, you can stay out here where this is public access, right?
Okay.
On this side of the fence, not inside the fence, but on the outside of the fence, board all day
And
long.
see,
I'm not
and-
trying to stop you from doing that.
and I'm
I'm simply saying you can't go into the restricted area.
I'm gonna be honest with you, officer. I gave you a chance to call. No, I'm just being perfect. I'm not trying to be funny or anything.
Sure.
I gave you guys a chance to contact someone of a higher authority just to make sure what you're doing is correct. Because if it ain't, and we go litigate this case, and they see that my rights were violated, your qualified immunity's out the window, sir. And that's on you personally. And then you have to add me to your pension, and that's messy. For what? For me just recording, documenting, and gathering content for a story? Really?
There's nothing wrong with you recording, as my partner said. You can stay here and record all you want. You can go into the post office. If there's certain areas, if they have a sign that says that you're not allowed to be there, or if they give us notice, and through us we give you notice that you're not allowed to be somewhere, then it becomes criminal trespass. By all means, we want you to be able to do whatever you want and uphold your First Amendment rights.
Okay.
We're not threatening you with any kind of ticket for what you did earlier, right?
Right.
No one's retroactive.
Just saying that after the aftermath.
Now that you've been given notice.
Okay.
And you're
Okay.
So at this point, there's nothing.
Okay.
Now you've been given notice. That's.
Well, I got to walk back through here to get to my car, right?
I mean, you can go around. There's other roads and pathways you can get around.
Give you a ride.
No, we definitely don't want to do that, man. Hell no, man. No. No, absolutely not. That's cool. I appreciate it. I mean, why y'all can just walk behind me? So I get my car right there.
Come get your vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, just to make sure everything's cool, y'all can just trail my car right over there. It's cool.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
By all means.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's walk you through.
As long as it keeps things peaceful, then.
Oh yeah, man. It's been peaceful the entire time you guys been here, man.
Let's go around.
We can't cut through? Oh, you gonna make us do some exercise? Huh?
Let's do the least invasive. Since they've already said they don't want you on this part of the property, let's do the least invasive walk right over to the
Okay. All right. Just trying to make sure you guys know, man, precisely what's going on, man. I know I do these all over, man.
That's great.
I do them all over. I even just left the VA hospital.
Yeah.
Now you would think they would have more restrictions than the Pope, right? It's a hospital.
It just depends.
That was good to go.
If you're in the public parts of the hospital, that's fine. You just, as we've discussed now many times, right?
You just can't go into private rooms.
Government,
I
just because
understand
something
that.
is owned by the government doesn't mean that it's public access, right? The government always has the right to restrict.
I mean, yeah,
access
you
to
have
areas.
restricted areas. I understand about restriction, but this parking lot, this is not restricted.
But it clearly is. There's signs posted. The employees have asked you to leave this area, right? They've stated that their intent is that this is an employee-only area, right, or authorized vehicle-only area.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and we get it.
All
Okay,
right.
maybe that didn't seem clear when you first came in, but now it's been explained. You've been shown the signs. You've been, you've talked to the employees.
And if I continue, like you guys said, it'll be a ticket, and possibly after that, it'll be an arrast.
If you refuse,
Well, we don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, we're
It
not
all
trying.
depends
We're
on
not
the
trying to do that.
complaint, too. If they're willing to file a complaint, that's what it comes down to. If the complainant wants to file a complaint, and there's a law that's been violated, that's what it had to come down to.
Okay. And that's Officer Kiefer.
Number 110.
Number 110.
I'm 108, by the way. You never
108.
I'm 108.
Well, so I wanted these guys 107 and 106. Did they send you guys like in a?
That's right.
In a
We
type
got
of-
hired at the same time. So we're
Oh, okay.
Just lucky like that.
Yeah, see, I don't even. Maybe these are the. Okay, we'll see what these signs say, because
Okay.
I think it said.
No one wants
Not
to.
from-
No one
from
wants to tread on
sure.
your rights. It's not. No one here wants to do that. We're not about that. Again, we want you to be able to do, all your videos and the First Amendment stuff. That's great. That's great. We just need you to do it in the actually public spaces and not in the restricted spaces.
And you guys are 100% for sure. This is not a public space.
This part inside the fence.
The post office itself is public.
Yeah,
But not the
post office,
parking
you can go
lot.
inside
The part that says. no trespassing, postal employees only, do not enter, that makes it a restricted.
Authorized vehicles only.
No trespassing. So on this side, U.S. property, no trespassing, do not enter authorized vehicle only. On that side, no trespassing, violators will be prosecuted.
So unless you're a postal employee, you shouldn't have been walking through here.
So this one's even more.
Well, they don't say that. It just say.
It doesn't say that.
I mean, all it says is no trespassing. Postal employees only do not enter. They don't say anything about you can't walk through here. A citizen does it?
Says no trespassing. Postal employees do not enter. How much clearer do you think it needs to be?
Nah, I'm pretty sure you guys are misinformed.
There's the other side.
Again, I mean,
Hopefully that part makes it online.
To go back, respectfully, sir, back to you. How clear does it need to be before you would think that it's restricted area? Does it need to say
that?
This
Watch
is a
this.
public space, but it is not public access. You may not enter this space unless you are an authorized individual.
Real quick, that sign, right? People put up signs all the time. It does not make it law.
Okay.
Is that? Do you agree? So a sign might say, in order to enter this building, you have to wear a mask. But I don't have to honor that sign because it's not law.
That's true, but at that point, if the business is requiring a mask, and you, in your scenario, if they're requiring a mask and you don't wear it, then that's trespass.
No, it's not. See what I'm saying? No, absolutely not.
We got your cross. Head back to your car.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go back inside the building, so I know I'm good to go in there. So.
Public area, that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Anything else we can do for you, sir?
No, that'll be. Matter of fact, one more time, man. All you guys' badge numbers, just so I can know who
The CEF 108.
108.
Keep it 110.
110.
Here, I'll even
Look.
here, take off my mask briefly so you can identify me.
Okay, and this the bad guy right here.
He's a good guy.
No, he ain't, man. No, right off the back, he was a tyrant, man. Right off the back, tyrannical behavior. All right.
So what's the takeaway? When rules, signs, and uniforms tell you to step back, remember clarity beats conflict. Ask courteous questions, learn the posted limits, and keep both your camera and your cool steady. Real power isn't in who flashes a badge. It's in whoever knows their rights without trampling someone else's.